Hello fellow YouTubers. Yesterday I would have welcomed death at any moment. If you think that sounds over dramatic, well it's not, because yesterday I had the worst breathless experience of any that I've experienced. And for the first time my ultra medication did very little to help me, which resulted in a panic attack that was absolutely sheer terror. And I can normally control the panic that envelops me after a minute or two, but I couldn't yesterday morning. I knew I had to get down to the shed for my nebulizer, because the nebulizer's in the shed because I'm here more often than I'm in the house. But now I've decided to buy another nebulizer for my bedroom and keep it on the near bedside cabinet. But as I shuffled outside, I bent over and screamed in sheer panic for my wife to come and help me. I mean, I just couldn't breathe. I virtually had the breath of a mouse. And she said, what can I do for you? And I get the key to the shed, open it and get the nebulizer ready, and she did that. And I managed to get down to here at my desk where the nebulizer was set up, but unfortunately a part of it was missing. It must have fallen out. I couldn't find it, and the stress of that just made my panic attack even worse, and I became claustrophobic. I had to get outside. This is where I was leaning up. This is where I ended up after coming out of the shed, and I found that the nebulizer had a part missing. I couldn't stay in the shed because I became claustrophobic. So I came out here and rested on this trestle, and it was then that I would have welcomed death at any moment. I really would have. There was no hope for me getting. I couldn't combat the terror, the sheer terror that invoked me. It was then my wife asked if I wanted the ambulance, and I said yes. The paramedics arrived very quickly. It couldn't have been more than 5 minutes, and I was really glad to see them. I really was. I was in a terrible state. They sat me down, put me on a nebulizer. It started to help. Then they wheeled me to the ambulance. My first time in an ambulance ever in my entire life. When I was in the ambulance, they gave me an injection of prednisone, which is a steroid. And within 2 minutes or so, I was feeling a whole world better. And I actually said to one of the paramedics, I wish I had my GoPro camera. They took me to the hospital, and I remained in the hospital for 5 hours, and they took blood samples, and I had an x-ray to make sure I didn't have pneumonia. I didn't. And that's around 4:45, I phoned my wife, and she arranged for a neighbour to drive her car to the hospital to pick me up. And I was really glad to get home because I hadn't had anything to eat at all, and I was hungry, and I was feeling a hell of a lot better. The doctor in the hospital gave me some 25 milligram prednisone tablets. She said to take 2 every day for 3 days and then quit. I researched prednisone online, and yes, if you're on it for more than 7 days, you have to wean yourself off it. For not to do so can have quite serious side effects. So the 3 days is what I have. I also have a script which I will get filled and have it here just in case one of these episodes happen again. Yeah, they don't happen that often, thank goodness. Well, But why they happen, I do not know. I know that anyone who suffers from emphysema, as I do, when you go to bed, you suffer from oxygen deprivation and carbon dioxide retention, and that's why, well, I wake up every morning feeling like shit. It's true. I never feel refreshed, relaxed, but those sort of profound breathless episodes, they just come out of the blue. And as I said, I'm normally able to fight the panic and put myself on a nebulizer, but not yesterday. And I'm very serious when I say that, yes, there was a time before the paramedics arrived that I would have welcomed death at any moment. I thought that I was going to die anyhow. Oh well, enough of that. On a brighter note, we had 41 millimeters of rain overnight. It's the first decent rainfall we've had in about 10 or 12 weeks. And it was good to lie in bed and listen to the rain falling. And at the moment I'm watching the rugby league. It's the grand final day. It's between the Victorian, the Melbourne Storm and the Cowboys in Queensland. That won't be on till about 7 o'clock tonight, but there are other grand final matches on. So I'm spending the day watching footy, even though I'm not a great big footy fan. Well, I want to thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.